So this MAGA hat is commenting on my video where I'm talking about Portland, Oregon, where I live, and the protests at the ICE facility that I have been to. And she thinks she knows better than me because she saw some videos on social media. And girl, show me what videos show Portland protesters spitting in the faces of ICE agents. You know, we do have sworn court testimony from Portland police that ICE is instigating against nonviolent protesters. Now, I do want to make something really clear here because there is a propaganda machine that is running on overdrive right now. It's not just the Department of Homeland Security. It's also MAGA influencers, especially Instagram influencers, that are working with ICE, with DHS, and they are crafting a false narrative. We know, both from the nonviolent, regular, ordinary Portlanders who are down there protesting and from our elected officials, that there are Proud Boys, there are agent provocateurs that are down there attempting to look like Portlanders protesting. They're showing up looking like Black Bloc protesters, all in black with some black face mask on. This is one of the reasons that protesters down at the ICE facility don't dress like that. This is one of the reasons, there are more, and I'll get into them in another video, that they dress in things like chicken suits, dinosaur suits. They dress up as frogs. They wear their pajamas. They wear tutus. They have bubbles. They have streamers. They have flowers. They have silly, sparkly headbands and bright colored clothing. They're doing the cha-cha slide. They're dancing. They're singing. That is a strategic choice because these are non-violent protesters. These are regular, ordinary Portlanders. By ordinary, I mean like we're a little quirky, we're a little weird, and we embrace that. We are allowed to be quirky and weird in the United States of America. That is not a justification for a military takeover of our city. Right? What we see, ICE in full body armor out there pepper spraying into the inflatable suits of protesters, brutalizing protesters. There is a blue line at the ICE facility where it says this becomes federal property. ICE agents have been caught on film reaching over that line, grabbing protesters, dragging them over, and then claiming like, oh, they crossed the line. Now we can brutalize them. Bitch, their feet were not over the line. They're on public property. We're watching ICE agents go onto city property, out onto the sidewalk, into the streets to manufacture, to create altercations between themselves and protesters, to brutalize, to pepper spray, to, fire rubber bullets at protesters. It is ICE who is instigating. It is ICE who is violent. It is ICE who is coming in full body armor with weapons, terrorizing Portlanders, terrorizing people who are unarmed, who are dressed up in chicken suits and tutus. The protesters are not a threat to anybody. ICE is a threat to our immigrants. ICE is a threat to the rule of law. The Trump regime is a threat to our democracy. But also, those silly outfits are a way that you can understand who is a real protester, who is an actual Portlander. The folks who are trying to look like Trump's BS narrative of a radical left Antifa terrorist. Those are the folks that are dressing up in all black. They're covering their faces because they don't want you to see that they are known Proud Boys. They are known MAGA influencers. And they're doing things like this. And they're doing things like bringing slingshots and standing in the back of the protest and, trying to fire rocks at ICE. Those are not legitimate protesters. Please understand. This is a propaganda game. DHS is coordinating with MAGA influencers. They've had them inside the facility, invited them onto the roof of the facility, let them stand on ICE property behind the lines, filming. They want to craft a false narrative. They want to create violence. They want to start a riot. And they will use agent provocateurs to do that. They are using Proud Boys, MAGA influencers to try to do that. And the regular, ordinary Portlanders are not fucking taking the bait. We are not taking the bait. These Proud Boys are in the crowd trying to urge legitimate protesters to commit violence. And we're not fucking doing it. The only people who are violent here are ICE and right-wing MAGA agent provocateurs. I also want to remind you, if a protester spits on an ICE agent, that is still not a justification to send the U.S. military into a city and attempt to take it over. There is no war in Portland, Oregon. The Portland Police Bureau says they can handle it. They have been handling it. Court documents filed by our Attorney General document the fact that there have been at most 30 protesters, 30, at the ICE facility at any given time over the last several months. That number has gone up a little bit since Donald Trump tried to start shit with our city. The Portland Police Bureau has a massive budget, large numbers of officers. They have told us repeatedly they know what they're doing. They can handle 30 kids. Sometimes it's like 5, y'all. Graffiti is not a justification for a military takeover. People splashing fake blood on the sidewalk is not a justification for a military takeover. American citizens exercising their First Amendment rights to protected speech, to protest the illegal actions of the government, that is not a justification for Donald Trump to try to turn the American military against American citizens. All y'all MAGA 1 year ago were screaming that we need to drain the swamp. We need to get rid of big government. It's all about states' rights. Hell, we don't even need a federal government. Let the states do what they're going to do. States' rights. Don't tread on me. Where's my personal freedoms? We're the party of the Constitution. How quickly you have handed all of that over to an aging, frail, demented, narcissistic would-be tyrant. Get your priorities straight, y'all. You want to see a couple dozen college kids get brutalized so badly that you will hand over your constitutional rights. What are you doing? Check in with yourself and think, like, have I gone too far? What is it that I'm actually supporting? Think through logically what it is that you are advocating for right now in this moment in history. Think about what your forefathers fought for. I know what my grandpa fought for in World War II. Think about what we fought a revolution to get free of a king for. Think about the principles and values you have abandoned over the last couple of years in order to worship the cult of Donald Trump. Think how much of your rights you have given over. Think how much control you have handed over to an aging billionaire who doesn't give two shits about you. Your rights are worth defending. The rights of every American are worth defending. Please understand that what's going on here is an American city full of regular, ordinary Americans trying to live our lives. And Donald Trump has decided he is going to try to wage war here in Chicago, anywhere else where people want a democracy and want to uphold the Constitution, where we want freedom, where we want to live our lives. Donald Trump wants absolute control. He is trying to turn American citizens and American cities into military targets. He is trying to turn our own military against us. Like, please pause for a second and think about what it is that you're really doing.